Lakers Nation, what is going on? So, it's Miss81 here back with a new video on my channel, guys, this morning. Shout out to Lakers Better. He does post all things on his Lakers basketball Twitter page, as you guys can see on my screen. So, here's a potential, list of players that the Lakers could look at or trade for in the 2025 offseason, especially at the wing position, both guard, forward, and power forward spots. You get what I'm trying to say? But I feel like the biggest weakness is that the Lakers do lack two-way players. We have a bunch of one-way guys. We have guys that can either score and not defend, or we got guys that can defend and not score and shoot the three. You get what I'm trying to say? Example, Jared Vanderbilt, he's like 6'8", 6'9", very athletic. He's a pest defensively, very elite rebounder, great cutter, great screener, great slasher, but he's not really known on the offense end in the traditional sense. You get what I'm trying to say? He does get guys involved, keeping balls alive, getting second chance points, getting, offensive rebounds. You get what I'm trying to say? And then you got Jordan Goodwood, which the Lakers did convert to a standing contract because he was playoff eligible, so he was on a two-way contract, but the Lakers did keep him. Great rebounder, great defender. I mean, there was a game where he did, guard the best player on the opposing team, for example, Devin Booker on the Phoenix Suns, but I mean, he's better than Jared Vanderbilt as a three-point shooter. Obviously, he's not this elite three-point shooter, but only defender and great rebounder. And then you got guys like Gabe Vincent, who's just too consistent. You never know when he's going to show up. I mean, there was a game where him and Dorian Finney-Smith did shoot lights out from three. They had like 6 3-pointers made and 20 points. That was against the Houston Rockets this season. But other than that, they're just too inconsistent. I will give, Dorian Finney-Smith some praise, because game 3, I believe, was Minnesota. He did hit a clutch shot, a three-point shot for the Lakers to take the lead, but down the stretch, the Lakers did struggle, and they lost both, game 3, game 4, and they had leads, but going into the fourth quarter, the Lakers just struggled, and both LeBron James, Luka Doncic just were gassed, and they were putting Jaden McDaniels or Anthony Edwards on either Luka Doncic or Austin Reeves. So the Lakers need some more perimeter help. They need some size. We need some much better balance in the star lineup, because you can't have Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic playing together. They're just a cone. I will say Rui Hachimura was the X factor, but just wasn't enough. I mean, the last 2 games he did play very good for the Lakers in the postseason, but other than that, he was just too consistent. So I would just put defenders around Luka Doncic or Austin Reeves, or either have Austin Reeves go to the bench. I'm pretty sure he's going to be heading into a contract year. So here are the list of players, right? So Jeremy Grant, starting with him, he's 31 years of age. I mean, he's been a very good role player. He's made it to the Western Conference Finals in 2020 when he was on the Denver Nuggets. But since then, really hasn't been the same. He's been on teams like the Pistons, obviously now the Portland Trail Blazers, and he was on a massive contract that same year when, Dame Lillard pretty much did request a trade, and he wasn't really happy about it, but I don't think he's worth his contract. He's regressed. He lost a step. He isn't the same player. He's going to be making around $32 million this upcoming year in 2025-26. Obviously, this past year, 2024-25, he was making around $29.7 million. So it does go up. Obviously, he is versatile forward. He could score at all 3 levels. Very good defender. Can guard multiple positions. He's like 6'8", 6'9", and he can operate in a mid-range game and pull up and shoot over the top. But I'm not the biggest fan of him. I don't think he's worth his contract. Obviously, next up, you got Cam Johnson, who is probably my favorite player on this list, probably the most value on this list. And I think it's going to be very hard for the Lakers to get him. I mean, he was linked to the Lakers. I mean, the Cleveland Cavaliers were the sweepstakes for Cam Johnson, but they didn't trade him. They got DeAndre Hunter instead. And obviously, the OKC Thunder were the favorites to get Cam Johnson, but obviously, the Brooklyn Nets did keep him, and he wasn't traded in the trade deadline. He's like 6'8", 6'9". Now, looking at his contract, he's making around $23.6 million. He has 2 years left on his deal, 2027. He'll become unrestricted free agent. So, when you're looking at his game, right, he's a very good three-point shooter, elite three-point shooter. I would say great. He has size, who does thrive as a floor spacer, and he can pretty much hold his own defensively. Now, the question is, what do you want to give up? Because you're probably going to have to throw some picks, draft capital. He's worth at least a first. I mean, this past season, he was having a very good season. I mean, very good. So, that's just how I feel about him. Next up, you got Matisse Thybulle. He does have a player option. I feel like he is a cheap option. He's only making around $11 million, so he's on expiring deal. So if it doesn't work out, then you let him walk. But if it does work out, then you extend him. So like I said, he's gonna be a free agent in 2026, but he does have a player option, so he can maybe decline it or pick it up. So we'll see. Now, looking at his game, he's in a very elite perimeter defender. I remember back in the Philadelphia 76ers, he was very good defensively when they had him, Tobias Harris, and a bunch of their, young guys, right? But he's really known on the defense end, getting steals, getting deflections outside the perimeter, very disruptive, especially on ball defensively, guarding the best player in the opposing team. And then you got Cody Martin, high energy guy. He does excel in hustle plays, defense, and doing the little things, doing the dirty work, helping his team win, right? I mean, he was on not the Boston Celtics, the Miami Heat team, my apology, that made it to the NBA Finals. And he was huge for them, especially when they did beat the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. You get what I'm trying to say, but he's been dealing with injury lately, and he did sign with the Philadelphia 76ers as a free agent, but just was injured. And then the Dallas Mavericks did trade for him around the trade deadline, right? They got Quentin Grimes, the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm pretty sure there was some second-round picks included, but his contract is pretty cheap. He's on expiring, which is good, making around $7.8 million. Will become a unrestricted free agent in 2026. And then he got Ochai Agbaji. I'm pretty sure the Cleveland Cavaliers did draft him, but he did play for them a little bit. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was traded to the Utah Jazz, and obviously he's not on the team no more. He's on the Toronto Raptors, so he's young. He's going to continue to improve. He's like 25, 26 years of age. And he's a strong athletic wing, which the Lakers can use. Reliable three-point shooter, I would say, and a solid perimeter defender. So when you look at his contract, he's making around $4.6 million, and he'll become a restricted free agent in 2026. So I feel like, they do have his bird rights to Toronto Raptors, and he's still on his rookie contract, so they can match any offer. And then you got Bruce Brown Jr., a veteran. He's won a championship with the Denver Nuggets in 2023-24 NBA season, helped the Denver Nuggets get the first title, first time even making it to the NBA Finals. He was huge, and he was the X factor, right? But, in the summer, the Denver Nuggets just couldn't pay him, so that's why they didn't bring him back. He was going to sign with the Lakers, but obviously the Indiana Pacers did get him. So I was like, you know what? Which team was he going to go to? So that's why I did wind up ending up with the Indiana Pacers. But he's a tough guard, wing player. He can defend, he can rebound, he can create for himself and others. He's actually a playmaker, I would say, but he could create off the dribble, and he was big in key moments, right? But looking at his contract, he's making around $22.5 million. He'll become unrestricted free agent this summer, so it's expiring. Now, maybe the Lakers can do a sign and trade, but I'm pretty sure if you do a sign and trade, would it be hard cap? Because these players are free agents. Some of them are, but some of them are not going to be free agents. Like, for example, Jeremy Grant's not going to be a free agent. Cam Johnson's not going to be a free agent. So there's like 3 or 4 of these guys on the list that are going to be free agents. Grayson Allen, he's not going to be a free agent until 2028. Didn't the Phoenix Suns sign him to a contract extension because there was a point in time, not this season, I believe it was like last year, he led the league in three-point percentage, or he was one of the best three-point shooters for the Phoenix Suns, but he's not really great defensively. He's a reliable three-point shooter who does bring energy and scoring off the bench, but the Phoenix Suns is just not good defensively overall. He's making around $17.5 million. And then you got Gary Trent Jr., who he did sign a 1-year deal with the Milwaukee Bucks, vet minimum, only making around $2.6 million. So he's expiring. There's a bunch of players on this list that are expiring. Now, that's the list. Let me know in the comment section which player do you guys like on this list. My favorite one, like I said, is Cam Johnson, but he's going to hold up the most value. And the cheapest option is obviously Gary Trent Jr. He could hold his own defensively, but he's really a sniper, pure, scorer. And it could be streaky at times. Now, Ochai Agbaji, or whatever how you pronounce his name, like I said, he's on a rookie scale contract, so it's not like he's making tons of money. And Matisse Thybulle, very good defensively, like I said. So make sure you guys like, subscribe. We're also on the road to 3K subs. Means a lot to me. Love you guys. Make sure you guys comment, share, turn on the notification bell. so you guys get notified whenever I drop future Lakers content. And cheers, I'm out of here. Peace.